Hi, boys and girls, and welcome back to another third grade math lesson. My name is Mrs. Yeager, and today we're doing grade 3, unit 7, lesson 3. Our learning target for today is I can describe congruent and non-congruent figures. But first, let's have our joke. How do bees get to school? Give up? On a school bus. So silly. All right, the materials you're going to need for this lesson are a pencil, some crayons or colored pencils, and the handout for today's lesson or some kind of grid paper. So if you need to pause and get your materials, go ahead. Wonderful, let's move on. Let me look at that learning target one more time. It says, I can describe congruent and non-congruent figures. There's some words in there I'm not real sure about. That word congruent and non-congruent. I remember something from reading that non means not. So maybe that will give us a clue. So let's look at these figures and we're going to decide whether they're congruent or non-congruent. I'm going to tell you first. So there's that non, meaning not. So look at these two pictures or figures. One is a triangle. Well, they're both triangles, aren't they? One is blue and one is orange. I'm going to say that those are congruent. Let's look at the next figures. Oh, we still have two triangles, and one is still blue and one is orange. But this time I'm going to say that they are non-congruent. All right, let's look at the next figures. Ooh, I have two quadrilaterals or trapezoids. They're both blue. I'm going to tell you that they are congruent. Let's look at the next one. Oh, some quadrilaterals again, but one is a trapezoid and one is a parallelogram. They're both quadrilaterals though, and they're both blue. They are non-congruent. Are you thinking? Look at my two circles. One is red, one is blue, but one is large and one is small. I'm going to put that in the non-congruent side. Now let me look at these. Oh, I still have two circles. I still have one is blue and one is red. But I'm going to say that these are congruent. Now, how would you define what congruent means? Whisper to somebody in your family or your dog, whoever you're with while you're taking this lesson. What do you think congruent means? Congruent means having the same size and the same shape. So look at the ones on the congruent. They're all the same shape and all the same size. They don't have to be the same color, but just the same size and the same shape. Pause. All right, let's look at this. If we're looking for the same size and same shape, but I have a little problem here because they look almost the same. So one strategy that I can use is I can get out my pen and I'm going to trace over the side of one of them, just like this. It's not perfect, but it's close. And now I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it on this. And oh my, I can see that those are not the same shape and size because this one is a lot smaller. So let's look at the next one. I put that under non-congruent. Do these look like they could be the same size and the same shape? Well, let me try. I'm going to trace over this one. And get my pen back out here. And let me trace over this one. Oops, still not working. Okay, try one more time. Just a minute. Now I'm going to trace over this one if it will let me. Do it this way, okay. And not doing as good of a job without my pen, but that's okay. And now I'm going to see if it fits. So, well, I know it doesn't fit that way, but what if I turn it like this? They are the same size. Ms. Jaeger didn't do a great job tracing it. So they are the same size and the same shape. So even though they're pointed in two different directions, I would say that they are congruent. Oh, let's look at these. Do you think they are the same size and the same shape? Well, let's try. I'm going to trace the sides, and you see Ms. Jaeger made a little mistake. Okay, so I traced the side, and now let me see. Well, but I need to make sure that I flip it. And guess what? When I flip it, they are the same size and same shape. So I would call this congruent. Let's look at this. There's two strategies here. I could either trace over them, or I might go back to what we were talking about with shapes, and I'm going to count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one has 6 sides, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has 5 sides. So are they the same size and same shape? No. We would put that as non-congruent. Awesome. So now it's your turn. You have a worksheet that you need to decide, looking at those pairs, are they congruent or non-congruent? Awesome. And tomorrow we'll go over your answers to see what we did. So today our learning target was, I can describe congruent and non-congruent figures. Do you remember what congruent means? Same size, same shape. And non-congruent means not the same size and not the same shapes. So have a wonderful day. I'll see you later. Bye.